Okay, I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna shut the door behind me for privacy. And I say, hi, can you tell me your name and birthday? And I would check it on their wristband, verify that. And then I'd ask them if they have any allergies to latex or iodine. And I would ask about shellfish as well, just in case they don't know with the iodine and shellfish. And then I would go ahead and tell them I'm going to be changing your dressing. We're just going to be taking this sticky stuff off and getting rid of that and putting new on and cleaning everything up. And so I have my supplies here. I have my dressing change, my gloves, and then I'm going to go ahead and put this on them now that I'm thinking about it. And so I'm going to have you put that on. We're just going to set it there. So I would have them put their mask on and turn their head when I'm about ready to do that. But for now, they're just going to have their mask, and then I want to put my mask on too. Okay, so I would put my mask on as well, and I know that I have one in here, but I'm going to go ahead and use this one. If I hadn't have put it on them, if I would have brought two in. So I have my mask on, and so now I'm going to go ahead and wash my hands. And so I've washed my hands, and I'm going to put on some clean gloves. Okay, and now that I have clean gloves on, I'm going to go ahead and set up my sterile fields here. And I would make sure that I'm not turning my back on my sterile field at any time, throwing that away. But I'm going to have it like this. So take this out, and I'm going to set this up nice and close here.
I'm going to wash my hand again.
And there's my mask. And so I'm just going to give that to them. Use my extra gloves. Okay. Open my sterile field here. Making sure I only touch 1 inch around and not touch any of that. And get rid of that and set up this for my gloves. Okay, I'm just going to set those there for now. Alright, so now I will go ahead and take off his current dressing since I have clean gloves. Throw that away. And then if I needed to, I would use adhesive remover here. And while I'm doing this, I am assessing his sight to see how it is, if it's patent, if it's red, anything like that, if it's irritated. And so we're getting rid of this here. And I don't touch right here. We're getting rid of that. Okay, so now that we have that, I'm going to go ahead and take off my clean gloves. And just to be safe, I'm going to wash my hands again. And I will go ahead and put on my sterile gloves now. And so, put them here. I'm going to spray like this. Gosh. I may have gotten a size too small here. Of course. Oh, there we go. I just had it upside down. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh, here. Sorry.
Too small of gloves. But we're gonna do what we can. Okay. All right. Okay. I believe that piece is still sterile, but we're gonna pretend that didn't happen. Since this is sterile, I'm gonna go ahead and take that out of there. All right. Put on the rest of my gloves. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Gloves on. I can throw this away. And we'll come back over to here. Now that I have sterile gloves, I can touch everything in here. So I have my tape. I have that. Some chlor prep here. Alcohol swab. This I don't need. Have these if I need those. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and clean the site. So have my alcohol swab. So open that. Throw that away. Throw that away. And I'm going to go ahead. And when I clean this, I'm going to go from the inside out doing circles.
So we have to let it dry for a minute.
I'm going about 1 to 2 inches around, and then I would wait 30 seconds to let that dry. And that's in the garbage. And so we wait 30 seconds, and then we're ready to do the chlor prep. Wait. Okay, so I'm going to actually wait the 30 seconds here. And I'm waiting. I can see how the IV sites or the catheter site is doing. Make sure it's doing okay. Make sure the patient's tolerating all of this okay. And just wait those 30 seconds out. Okay, and our 30 seconds are up. So I've got my chlor prep here, and we're going to do that next. So I squeeze that, break it, and then since my hand is sterile, I'm going to go ahead and dab that. And it's wet, and so we're good to go there. And so same thing, we're going to go around and go nice and circles there. Okay, and so for this one we have to wait for a whole minute. And so right now it starts, and we'll let that dry for 1 whole minute. And while I've been doing this, I just want to, I would have my garbage right here probably, or right here, so that I wouldn't have to turn my back to my sterile fill, because if you do turn your back, it does make it unsterile. And same with the patient, I would have it so I didn't ever have to turn my back. Just waiting those 30 seconds out, or 1 minute. It's been 30 seconds. We gotta wait 30 more seconds here. And so the patient has their mask on. They've moved their head to the side. Just wait. About 10 more seconds. Okay, and we are good. So we're going to go ahead and move on here. First I want to put on this Tegaderm here. And open that. Throw that away. And go ahead and stick it right onto the patient while that's down. Oh, and I've used that pinky to touch that, so now that's unsterile. So I won't touch anything with my pinky, but we are just about done. Now everything that needs to be sterile is already in here. This is what needs to be sterile, so we're good to touch everything now. So we'll take this off. Maybe it's still going pretty good. Throw that away. Maybe he wants to.
So we just need to put the date and initial.
Okay.
And date and initial.
Oh. Maybe we can get this off. Okay, we are just gonna go ahead and say that all came off. And we're gonna go ahead and put this on, and I'm gonna put my name, the date and initial, my initial, so my initial's right here, and it is the 10th September, and for the time I'm just gonna put that down here. If it's about 3:55. Okay, and so that's set. We've got that on. I'm gonna go ahead and also tape I don't want that end. But we're gonna go ahead and tape this up, and I would also change all the ports. So including this, I'm going to change this port out, get a new one on there. And that is taped up. I'm going to go ahead and go back to my computer and document everything. Document how the patient tolerated it and what we did with the dressing change. And clean up my mess. And then I think we're good.